Hi everyone, this is Tammy at Snowstorm Crafts, and today I want to show you how I make my envelope notebook. And I have a flip through on this one. If you guys want to come check it out, I'll put the link down below. And if you could, please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and you guys can see my next video when I post it. Like, comment, and share, and let's grow together. Okay, so let's get started here. First of all, we'll start off with sorry if my lighting's a little weird today, because one of my lights over here is just not changing the mode, so it's on like a warm light, so hopefully it doesn't look too bad. But these are the envelopes. Like, you have different envelopes, you know, and for some reason I have a lot more of these kinds of envelopes. So what we're gonna do, and I like the straight top up here instead of the fold down like this on them. So what I did was I took my material, because I'm using material on these, so I'll show you. So I got them here, and this is the material I'm going to use for the top. It's kind of like a pleathery suede, so it's kind of cool. I really like it. And it's like upholstery kind of stuff, it reminds me of. Not even sure where I got it. I've just had it forever. And what I did was I took the top of this and I stuck it on a manila envelope, you know, just like this. Took my pencil, I just lined it up like that. Took my pencil, traced around it, cut out the manila envelope, and then you could just take your template of the envelope, or of the manila, you know, folder is what it is, not an envelope. And then I just took this over to the material I want to use, or paper. I mean, you could do paper or material, whatever you want to use. And I just used it and did a template and cut out the sizes I need. So that's the first step. Okay, and now, so that's what I did with this envelope, just the pointy top one. And then now we have these that we're gonna use. So I hope you guys are having a crafty day today and just getting out your envelopes and looking at everything that you have and just seeing what sizes and what kinds you want to make. And this is just a great way to get rid of envelopes and stuff, especially with Christmas season that just happened. And it doesn't matter if anything's written on it or anything, because we're going to cover all that up. So it's a good way to just use up a bunch of envelopes. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just find where I want it. And I don't want it exactly on the fold. I want to be able to fold. And we're going to just glue it down. And I'm doing the art glitter glue. Okay. And we're going to wind up sewing this. Well, I'm going to sew it too, so I'm not like gobbing the goo on. Gobbing the glue on. Is what I meant to say. And, so let's see, let's just line it. I'm thinking like 1 millimeter from the fold. Just get it as close as you can. And then any envelope sticking out, we're gonna cut off at the top here. So just make sure it's straight. There you want it. Okay. And then I had that with the manila folder on that side. So then I'm gonna flip it over. And then I'm just going to line it up on this side. I'll glue here. Just enough to tack it down. Blah. You can see where you want it. I'm just lining it up. Okay, and this is when a wet wipe comes in handy. It's nice to have them on hand, because when you make a mess, you just gotta wipe it up. Okay. All right, so just line it up how you want it. That's looking pretty good to me. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing to the other envelope. So I'll do that in a time lapse. All right, so let's go ahead and just cut off just the envelope part here. That to both sides, and then I will meet you guys at the sewing machine, and we're going to do a zigzag stitch just all the way around it here. So I'll meet you over there. I'm going to put on a zigzag stitch, and I'm just going to go along the bottom here. I'm just going to catch the edge here. Do a back stitch at first. Make everything's lined up underneath. And then I'm just going to go all the way around on both of them. So we got these sewn on all the way around it. And now what we're going to do is take our pretty material here we have, and so what we're going to want to do is you want your pocket opening in the fronts, right? So you're going to want to go back to back here. That's how it's going to be when it's all done. So you're going to want to go back to back like this with your pocket open and pocket open. Okay. So these aren't going to be showing on the inside. This will be sewn together eventually. Okay, so pocket on here and pocket here. So what you're going to want to do is take your pretty fabric or papers that you want, and we're just going to tack them down. We're going to go ahead and just tack it on there, because what we'll do is separately go over and sew it on like this. We'll just separately, and just to get the better hold on here, and it looks nice. So that'll be the next move. So that's all I'm going to do is go ahead and just take my glue and tack it down, and then go over to the sewing machine. So let's do that. Instead of sewing them together now, which you can if you want to, but I forgot I'm going to go ahead and do it after we put the signature and everything in. That's after the fact, okay? So right now, we're going to go ahead and lay these like this. So put them both face down. And then take a scrap piece of fabric, or fabric works best for this, but this isn't going to show. So it doesn't matter what kind of fabric you have or anything like that. And we're just going to go ahead and glue it down So make sure you have just a little bit of space here, because this is where we're going to bind through to put the signature through, is right there. So it goes like that. So it'll make sense as I show you guys. See, these are the flaps like that. So that's what we're doing, is just kind of reinforcing the inside of it here. So let's do that. So I'm just taking it and doing a bead of glue. Just enough here. Okay. And what I like about the art glitter glue is it dries pretty quick too. So it holds pretty fast. Okay, and then just make sure you can go ahead and shut it here. Like that. Okay, and then this will be hidden by the signature that we're gonna do. So what I did is just 5 pieces of paper laid on top of each other, and just made it to the size that I wanted to fit through here, like that. So that's how it's gonna go. It's just like that, okay? So just make sure you get it glued where you want it. Okay. And then what I did was I just took 5 pieces of, I did tea dyed, avocado dyed, and some RIT dye is what this is for my, it's for my tie dyeing stuff I do in my shop, but I just stencil with it too. So let's do this. I'm gonna make this the middle page here. Okay, so I have these, and just make sure they're upright, how you want them. And I just did some craft paper in the front here. And I also did a fun little, I guess you'd call it a waterfall. Here, let's move this out of the way, let it dry. And if you wanted to do something like this, it's just kind of the scrap pieces that I want to use too. So what I did was pretty much folded them in half. And then, like, this one was shorter, so I started with that one. And then I saw, like, if they were all the same length, I just saw the next one and marked it. And then marked it about, you know, what, a ½ inch each one. And marked it, and then just went and cut them, and just made them like that. Just so the middle one's a little bit longer. Okay, and that's how this is in here. Just like that. So I'm going to show you guys how I did that. So get your washi tape out. It's one way to use up some washi. Let me see. I got some fun new washi tape the other day. I haven't even used it yet. So let's see. You're going to want it about at least, what is that? Almost an inch. Like 3/4 here. So about that size. And then what I did was I lined them up how I wanted them, and then just went ahead and taped them on the outside and on the inside. And then I did some slits with my scissors. I'll show you. Okay, so big one on the bottom, and you can do them however you want. But I kind of just staggered them. Just make sure you're in the fold with each one of them. Can you guys see what I'm doing here? Okay, so I just staggered them. Just a little on top of each other. Like that. Like that. But you also want it to be the same size as this, so it wouldn't be a bad idea to do this, because you want them all to fit in there together. Okay. So there we go. Beautiful. Okay. And then take your washi tape. I'll just tape the inside here first. This was just a little fun extra. It's not like you have to do this part, but I just thought it was kind of, just give it a little bit of character. Okay, and then just kind of do that. Line her up. Okay. And then take it and go like this. And we're gonna be binding through this washi tape, so I'm not really worried about extra glue, you know, like adding some glue stick on top, because it's gonna stay. Okay. And now, what I'm gonna do is see how it won't open up. I'm gonna go ahead and just take a little, and just do a little slit right there. Just so it'll open like that. And then see how that's not opening up? So you're just gonna kinda just do little slits, just like that. So you wanna open it, but that's not letting it, the tape. So you just take it and just do a little slit, just like that. And then same here. Like that. So then it starts opening. And you got yourself a little, whatever you want to call it. Just a little tiny fun waterfall-ish notebook, I guess. Or, yeah. Not sure really what to name it, but something like that. I don't know, I just kind of made it up as I went along with it, and this is what I came up with. It's like that. And then there you go. And then you do the same thing to the other side. So I hope that makes sense to you guys here. So you just kind of, because you see that you can't open it any further, you just do a little, and then it's all going to be bound in there together. Just make sure you're not cutting all the way to the other side. So, like that. So there we go. Just like that. Okay. So there's that. Make sure, did I get them all? Oh. No, I did not. And once you start doing it, you'll see. You'll be like, oh, okay. I can't flip that, so I gotta kind of just do a little slit, you know. Okay. And then I got that one. And then beautiful. Okay, so what we're gonna do is go ahead and go to the middle signature here. And I'm gonna stick it in like this. And then you got them all together. Oh, my washi tape's sticky through the other side, so just take another little piece here. Because it's got a hole there. And just go like this. Voila. Okay. So what we're gonna do is get out our poker here. Go ahead and get out your paper clips. And then this is how it gets bound together. You stick it where you want it. Oh, I forgot. So what I want to do before I do all this is put a pretty, I'll show you. So that piece of material on the outside of it. So I'm just going to take a piece of material and go sew it on. Let's see. Did I have a piece of material? Okay, let me find a piece of material real quick. Okay, so I got a piece of material, and I want to let you guys know you'll need to sew it just to the outside cover. So we'll go like this with it and do a zigzag stitch on each side of the outside cover. I made the mistake and forgot, and I just wanted to show you guys, but I think I fixed it. I had to stitch rip it, but you can see I sewed it all together, which is a no-no. Do not do that. So learn from my mistakes, please. And what you'll need to do is take this part out, the whole inside papers, and just take your cover and sew that together like that. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys that. And then I also took this to the sewing machine and just sewed on each side right here. Got our fabric in there. And then I just sewed, opened it up like this, and just did some decorative sewing here. So let's just do that parts right now, and just leave this flat open when you sew it. So do that. And then I'm going to take this and sew zigzag on each side. So let's get that done. All right, so I went ahead and did that, and just sewed it on each side like that. So just the outside cover. Okay, and I wanted to show you guys too, if you think if you didn't back stitch or you think a thread might be coming out, you could take your glue and just dab it a little and then just smudge it like that. And then that'll make it so it doesn't unravel. So it's a little tip and trick for you. Okay, so we got that. We got the outside cover. And then we put our signatures in. Or put our, signature together, I guess. So we got this, stick it together. Oh, that one came undone. Okay, so if that happens, you can, good old washi tape comes in handy. Just any, anything you want to try to fix or cover up, or it just gives it a decorative look to it as you fix stuff. Okay. There we go. Give it a collage look right there. So now we're going to take this and I'll show you guys how I bind it in. Okay. So you got it sewn on each side. You got your fabric. You got that. So you're going to fold it shut. And you're going to take your signature and just wrap it around like that. Just make sure you place it how you want it. Okay. And then before we do that, if you guys want, this is when inking would be nice. So we got vintage photo here. And you can even catch your, like if you have any white envelopes showing through, you can just take a little quick inking like that. There we go. Now, we want this like that, like that, like this. Now we wrap it around. Put it where you want it. And get out your, this is crochet cord is what it is. I've had it forever. Just one of those things, you know. Got stuff lying around. And then I'm gonna measure 1, 2, 3 sides of my journal. Done with that. Get out your poker. Your little awl, and just make sure you have it where you want it. And you guys can measure this if you want, but I'm just gonna eyeball it here. Just gonna poke it where I want it. Make sure I'm going through the spine here. That. And if you want more security or stability, which we should have done first here, is you can take your paper clips. Make sure you have it the right way. Or embroidery thread or whatever you want to use. You start in the middle. Okay. Go up through the top hole. Down to the bottom. And through the middle. Okay. And then go on each side of your middle thread here. Like that. So you want to make sure that this is in the middle. And these on each side of it. Okay. Then before you tie anything, just check and see if you're the right way. Make sure you're not upside down. Just double check everything. That looks the way you want it. It's very important because you will kick yourself if you get it all tied and then it's not how you wanted it. Just double check everything. Okay, looks good to me. And then just do it not too tight, but give it a little tug. And I like to do 3. 1, 2, 3 for good measure. Don't cut it too long. It's like that. So you don't want it dangling down. Unless you do. I mean, you can dangle it all the way down and put some beads on it. There's an idea. You can totally do that. But this is going to be an inside pocket when it's all together through the top here. So it's going to be an inside pocket. So I want to make sure to just kind of glue the rope down just so it's not flapping in the way anywhere, which I don't think it'll be noticeable, but just to kind of secure it down. Okay, so there's that, and we got that. And that's what we have so far. We did our binding. So I think that turned out pretty good. Okay, what I do is go ahead and take it to the machine because we're done now. We just left it open so we can do the binding. And The reason I wanted to sew these parts first is because you can't really get in there now with the, you know, the signature in there. So I'm going to leave this part open. Do not sew across here. You want a pocket, so leave that like it is. And I'm just going to take it and sew all the way around. Just this little corner edge right here, all this. And sew it together. And go ahead and just put it together and just sew it all together. So I'm going to go get that done. I'll show you guys real quick that I made sure that the whole booklet is folded out the other way. Make sure there's no pages underneath or in the way. And then I'm just starting up in the corner over here. And I did a little back stitch. And then just go all the way down the side of it. So just go all the way down the side and all the way over to the bottom. And then I'll meet you over at the table. So I got that sewn around, as you can see. We did that earlier and then did all this just now. So it sewed them together. And I just cut the edges all the way around with it. That's the front and the back. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and decorate here. And you can go ahead and do the vintage photo or whatever color you want. Got some papers. Just get out your pretty papers and do, you know, just kind of measure around. Just see if you want some of it showing or some of it not, however you want to do it. So I'm just going to do that. There we go. I think it goes that way. But I'm going to do what I did on this one and make the front part into a pocket. And then we'll put a journaling card or a tag. Just something fun right there. So I'm gonna leave the top open and just glue around the edges like this. Okay. And then put it where you want it. There we go. Okay. So we got that one. I got a little tag that I had made. I just went ahead and made one. And that'll live here. And I just used some of this fabric for the tag at the top. I just had some leftover. I just used a little bit to do the little tag. Or the little tab, I guess, at the top. Okay, so we did that side, and let's flip it. We'll go ahead and make another pocket on the other side. Okay, so went ahead and got the pockets in the front and the back. A little journaling card like that. And then I put down some decorative little doily-like stuff on the front. It's not quite lace and it's not ribbon. Kind of just reminds you like of a almost doily-ish. So that's kind of fun. Do that. And on this side, we got it too long. You just do a snip. Or just leave it. Either way. Okay. So we got that far. And now what I want to do is the front, or let's get these in it. Make the little tabs, little journaling cards with tabs on them that we could stick in here. And I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so what I have for the tab part is just part of this material. I'm going to use this at the top. And these are the ones I'm going to use. So you can do as many as you want in there. And now's a good time. Go ahead and just get it inked. So however you want it. So let me ink them real quick. Let's see. Just make sure you got them which way you want them to go. I'm just gonna cut this off. And then I'm just gonna pop it on like that. Because I like the little frayed in part. I think it's cute. Here, I'll show you guys my other glue you can use too, which is Fabrifix, and it's for fabric, lace, leather, trims, and more, and it works great. And I just put it into a piping bottle here. Make sure it's not clogged. And then just do a little dab will do ya. Okay, so I forgot I was going to show you guys. So now let's I'm just going to show you this part because you're going to want to stagger them. So this one goes over to one side a little bit, so over here to the left, just for the tab. So you can always do them like this. So you have one over on the side there, and then one a little bit over more, and one in the middle, and then one on the other side. Okay, so like this one will go over here, like that. And then the next one, go right here. Just over a little bit, you know. Okay. Like that. And then this one's in the middle. Okay. And then the other one goes on the other side. Like over here-ish. And you can put them in and see like where you want it. So I'm thinking like right there would look nice. And then also, if you don't want the white part showing on the other side. Here, let's see. Let's just see if we got these like we like them. So that looks great. Okay, so now, wow, wait for them to dry, right? Rip it right off of there. So if you want, we could just go like this. Then you don't have white showing. I don't know why that's like that. And then you go like that. Probably shouldn't glue on top of there, huh? Probably not. So then there you go. You could do that on both sides. So I'll go ahead and do that. Some fun little journaling cards here too that I did. I just inked them around. And we will stick those in our big pocket here. So I'll have those poke out a little. And I don't want to put a tab on top of these because it just wouldn't be able to fold down right and the tab would be in the way. So just leave it like this and then have it poke out a little and it'll be a little hidden treasure. Okay, so we got that. All these done, all the tabs done drying up here on both sides. So I think that turned out cute. Now what I want to do is go ahead and do a closure and a little dangler. We'll work on that. And what I have here is just some fancy paper here. I'll just cut out some circles. This is a little 1-inch circle punch. And I'm just using the vintage photo throughout. Just the vintage photo. Kind of just sticking with the same color. This makes it easier and it kind of makes it all match. Okay. So we'll do that. Find out where we want it. You can even just do a little dab here. Okay, so we're going to do one on one side. The other side. Try to line them up. And I got my crocodile, and what it does is a 1/8 hole punch and a 3/16 hole punches, and it's an eyelet setter. So I'm trying to stick with the silver because I got some silver dangles that I want to put on. So I'm going to do the 3/16 punch, line it up in the middle. Punch it. Sometimes it doesn't get through the fabric part, so you have to clip it. Okay, we'll set our eyelet here. Pop it through. There we go. Okay. And then you just put the pokey part through the top and the flat part through the bottom. And you squeeze it. And there we go. We have set our eyelet. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. All right, so now I'm gonna add some fun closures here. And let's see, how long do I want them? Let's do 20 inches. I'm just going to take it, fold it in half, pop it through, put through the hole. looks really pretty. Okay. There's one side. And then same thing to the other side, so just fold it in half. Wiggle it around how you want it. There we go. There. And then you just have a fun little, just do a little knot at the bottom. And there you go. So that's the basic construct of all of it. And in the next, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do another video because this one's running pretty long. Let's go ahead and do a dangle real quick off of it. And, there it is. So I have the safety pin. Okay, so I just took a bulb pin, put some beads on it. Okay, and it opens from that side. Where you think it'll look the best. Let's see. I'm kind of moving over it. And then there you go. Got yourself a little dangle off of it. And I did this one just with a little bronze kind of color. So this one's in my Etsy shop now, and I'll put the link down below. And I also have a flip through of this one, and I'll put that link down below so you guys can come check it out. And I have some decorative papers and all that, some of it all decorated and stuff. So that's the next video I'll show with you guys is me decorating. I'll go ahead and decorate the pages with you, and we'll do some decorations in them and just some fun little ephemera stuff and pockets. And then we'll do a flip through it, and I'll have this one in my Etsy shop also. You guys can come check this one out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it informational. And please, if you could, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and you guys can see my next video when I post it. Like, comment, and share, and let's grow together. And keep on crafting, guys. And have a great day.